All right, perfect competition. On the football field, I would line up against people and not be as fast as them and not be quick and not have athletic ability. Is that perfect competition? No, that's not perfect competition. It's not even competition. Perfect competition would be 8 guys running the 100, same weight, same height, same strength, same speed, same heart rate, and then that's perfect competition. Does that make sense? There's 2 things that come close to perfect competition. The stock market and farming. Now, let me give you the characteristics of perfect competition, and this will make sense. First characteristic of perfect competition is there are many buyers and sellers. There's a lot of places to get this, and there's a lot of people getting it. So there's plenty of supply, there's plenty of demand. There is info out there about these products. So any information you need on these products, you can get. Is there 5 of them?
4.
There's 4, and I'm only remembering 2. That makes me so mad. Jonathan, I'm supposed to know this. What page are we on there?
192 to
God, this makes me so mad. Okay. Can't believe it. The products are identical. Whatever, misspelled it. And that's enough. Actually, no. So, in the stock market, are there a lot of people selling stock? Are there a lot of people buying stock? If you buy stock from Merrill Lynch, it's the same stock you're buying from Edward Jones. Okay, you're buying identical products, and there's plenty of information out there about these products if you want to have it. Okay. What's the shorts you wouldn't wear, Pace? BCG or whatever? Okay, but you wouldn't wear them.
When I was like in 3rd grade?
Right.
Yeah.
We went to Academy and Mama was looking at shorts, and he was looking at Nike and Under Armour, and she was looking over here at the clearance aisle, the little, just shorts. And Pacer looked at her and said, "Do you think I'm wearing those?" Because they're not identical. Okay, products are not identical. How do you spell it? Identical. Where'd I mess up there?
Gentical.
Okay. Yeah, but that's close. Identical. That's still identical, right? Like an icicle. That's how you end icicle, isn't it? So boom, Webster. Whatever you think. A monopoly. A monopoly is when there is one source for a particular item. One source. And what's evil about a monopoly? They control everything. They control the product and the price. With no competition, with one source, they control the product, they control the price. Now, monopolies are illegal. Where'd that come from? Monopolies are illegal. If I develop some product and everybody wants it, and nobody else has developed anything like it. Is that a monopoly? No. I just made something everybody wants.
So, you just patent that, and nobody can take your, how you did it.
Right.
Isn't that kind of considered monopoly?
Well,
Or they just have to go
Okay.
find another way to do it?
Rockefeller, back in the 1800s, he created, I guess the term monopoly was around, but, he started the oil industry, and he owned the wells, he owned the drilling company, he owned the transportation companies, he owned everything about it. And so they gave him a monopoly, and they forced him to branch off and he would buy other companies out. Or if you started a rival company, he would drop his prices where he would lose money in order to drive you out of business. The antitrust stuff made that illegal. So if I'm not actively trying to have a monopoly, I'm just making stuff, that's fine. I can do that. And we do give monopolies to companies that do medical research and medical breakthroughs to let them recoup their money, and then the generic comes out after that time period. But we limit that for a short amount of time. But there are some rules here. If you are actively buying out the competition, if you are if you're losing money on purpose. There's a few other things. Those are the big ones. That's the big one. If you're losing money on purpose, that's illegal. Because why would you be losing money?
To lower your prices.
To where they can't afford to hang with you. But just because you come up with something everybody wants and nobody else has it, doesn't mean you're a monopoly. Time Out was a monopoly in paradise for a long time. Were they keeping people out? No, they were just there. So, now, could you go somewhere else to get stuff? Yes, it wasn't in town. You go to Bridgeport, you go to Decatur, you go to Boyd. Last one, barrier to entry. Barrier to entry is anything that keeps you from getting into a business. Starting up an automobile company, starting up a car company, there would be a lot of barriers to entry there. One, billions and billions and billions of dollars. That's the main thing. Christy Lynn decided when the boys were tiny, I don't even know if you were old enough to remember this. We went to one of them bounce house places before they had the trampoline places.
Teachers, pardon the interruption. I need to see the following students at the bell: Brooklyn Kathy, Conce Caldera, Braden Duggins, Krista Ritchie, and Peyton Roberts. Also Hunter Lawson. And boys, if you ordered track pictures or JV or varsity baseball pictures, those can be picked up in the office. Thank you.
And she thought, I think something like this would go in Decatur. So she actually set up a meeting with the guy, and it was in between Aledo and Fort Worth. And I forgot the name of it. But we go in, the guy sits down and starts explaining everything to us, and he says, it basically, to get one off the ground and get one started, you need $750,000. And he said that. He said that, and I just went, Christy, you come, Christy. And I literally stood up and walked. And he said, whoa. I said, no, we have $7. We have $7, so it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Now, what if you wanted to open up? I think it'd be pretty cool to have like a Burgers Lake or a spring-fed like water park. What would you need? What would be a barrier to entry there? Spring water. You know, it has land with spring, and so we've never done that. $750,000. Yeah, this is like a big, like one of those big metal buildings, a bunch of different.
There was one in Hazel where it was at.
Oh, like the one that we
Yeah.
went to was huge.
But it wasn't, it was it really literally was a bunch of bounce houses. And it went out of business like for about a month. It's where the rock place is.